podcast. Hold on that same pill, same pill.
Now I'm finna plug my headphones in for the audio.
Uh, um,
Aloha.
Hola. Raw and uncut. Shout out.
Snitch 90 Jakes. The radius of them all. Man, let me tell you about these fuck ass niggas, man, on YouTube making a living off of black people's demise. I can't fucking believe this shit, man. I just can't fucking believe it.
I am befuddled. Like, how you have the audacity to call somebody a snitch? You look like the Fed snitch 90. And shut the fuck up before we found out them niggas around you snitches too. I ain't gonna drop no names, but shit.
They pretty close.
The same story you got, another nigga got in your circle. This is all I know. The nigga said that he got bags, so niggas know who I'm talking about.
Snitchy.
All right. I think I got everything said. So we good. You can talk until I say I want to do an intro, but I'm just gonna go ahead and bring in the stream now. I think we're good. Oh, I need one more thing. I like seeing how many people jumping in this bitch.
We litty.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, bruh. You gotta hear a funny story. Bro, this nigga Ayo dumb, bruh. Bruh, tell me why this nigga got caught cheating on his lady, bruh.
Don't he always though?
Really? No!
This ain't nothing new, man.
Damn, I was fooled. I was fooled.
His new lady?
Yeah. But guess with who though?
Oh man.
Ain't nothing like that baby mama pussy. What? Too much stress for me.
Yeah, that's too much stress, man.
You like living dangerous, bro. Nigga said I'm on my young water.
You gonna wake up with a whole hot bowl of grits on his face. Well, he gonna start playing.
Well, I was like, bro, you tripping? And she's Spanish. I'm talking about first thing she said, get the strap, nigga. I like, oh, see, nah. I like, cause Scarlett got a strap too. It's gonna be like, it's gonna turn out too good, but you tripping. Let me finna play his music. Got the music going. Start stream.
Keep that heat on me. It's good.
That heater.
I keep that heat on me, man.
Alright, logos up, chats up.
It's a cold world. It's a cold world on you out here, man. You gotta keep that heat on you.
Keep that motherfucker on you. Alright. Starting the stream.
Alright.
Music just gonna play right now.
Oh yeah, let me
Make sure.
turn my Xbox on. See what I'm saying.
I already know I'm a boy.
Nah, the remote low key deep.
just keep going on and on and on and on.
Dummy talk. Hold on. Oh man, I got.
Hey, oh, I got 36 suburbs. Let's go. Same here. Same still. On and on. Switch, switch.
Man, this bitch ready. Uh,
G mode.
I can't get
Get the
that.
cheat codes.
Uh, they like, damn, they gonna be like, why you ain't got no color on it?
Hey, here.
You ain't never hit a bed on your bed with no covers?
Oh, no, I'm finna actually hash out this shit real quick. Mm-mm. 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 My ass and shit. On some.
Next 90 Jake.
10.
To be honest, any fuck nigga on YouTube making documentaries on other rappers' lives. But
Ruining other rappers' lives on top of that. That's the crazy part to me. You feel me? Like the fact that that shit be killing me.
like them niggas need to get canceled. The
On
10
me, bro.
the 1090 Jakes, the goddamn the trap geeks, the god the
His
motherfucker.
British ass, they in a whole nother country telling, bruh.
Hold
I'm like,
on.
damn, a nigga can't even target your ass. You know, a whole nother state. I mean, a whole nother country. Like, niggas not fighting fair. Like, god damn, what?
Rap documentaries, the 1090 Jakes, the trap geeks, the Publix X. I don't even know if I said that right. Fuck them. uh,
And 1090 buzzing right now too. His hashtags looking good for this video. Yes, sir. I might
damn,
upgrade.
dog. Yeah, I feel bad for that nigga, Boston Richie, man.
I do too. That's why I ain't dropped that video. I really thought about it. I'm like, man, hold on. Because I started listening to what he was saying. I'm like, wait. I'm like, what if he really is saying that all these niggas' names was fake? Like, you not proving. And that's what's so funny though, bro. The nigga that he got the shit that 1098J got exposed on is literally the same shit. That's what I'm finna talk about. Like, nigga, you was so had a hard on for this nigga, bro. Like you had beef with this nigga. Like your dick was hard for Boston Richie. It's like, nah, bro. I'm telling y'all, he a snitch. And then it's like, but nigga, you did the same shit. Oh no, but they weren't real people. That's what Boston Richie is literally. Well, no, I proved that he did know them people. Well, he proved that them people didn't exist. I'm gonna believe the nigga that can actually prove that the niggas didn't exist versus the nigga that can't prove to me any of these niggas are real. You weren't able to prove any of them niggas was real at all. You could only prove one nigga was real, which was the nigga that went to jail. But he didn't say that nigga had anything to do with anything. He said his name, but he didn't say he did anything. I'm like, the rule that y'all gave, if you talk to the police, you tell them.
Yeah,
That was your whole basis of what telling it, nigga. If you talk to you said if a police be in your face, and the thing I didn't like, bro. Matter of fact, let me bring up this interview. Let me bring up when he was talking to academics, bro. Because that's what pissed me off. When he was talking to Act, I'm like, oh, this sound like a motherfucker that caught up in some shit and don't know what to say. So then he started deflecting. Like, this is classic psychology, nigga. Like, you deflecting, bro.
like if you're in an interrogation room and you giving any type of information,
That's your words, my nigga. Not anyone. That was 1090, nigga. If you talking to the police, you snitch. So,
black and white don't lie.
nigga, you got whole paperwork telling the police that two people in blue shorts, white men, had shot that was between the ages of 14, 15, shot at your auntie house. Sound like telling me. Sound like the rat bit the cheese.
Sound like the mouse bit the trap.
What? Hold on, matter of fact, let me make sure I share my screen with you so you can hear this shit. Yeah, I'm gonna share this one.
Did I start screen share? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Um, can you hold on? Can you hear it?
Yeah.
All right. So this is shit. Fucking the fucking road.
So basically, when they took me out of the jail pod, they brought me down to where the lawyer or whatever. There was two detectives. The shit lasted fucking 30 seconds. That's what happened. They came back, and the next day I got hit with like 16 to 17 more felony charges. One of them was an armed burglary, multiple by license in Florida. So this is a case where I'm actually facing some fucking time. And based on what the prison for, this is how it played out. Now, the same dude that says he has my paperwork and this decided not to post this because obviously this is a crazy image, right? And he says that he also has the full video of my co-defendant's Crawford, good faith Crawford, where he cooperated against me. But after the plea, I never even got to see the paperwork or books and shit. All of this shit. But you know, for whatever reason, nobody wants to drop the all of these hoes fucking investigators the fuck off and come to the get the whole fucking outlaw. So they gonna run up some shit while listening to fake fucking BB gun shit. Maybe not both of them. I don't know. Take that back.
We'll be right back shortly. You paused the video? T- 1090 Jake bite the chief. Oh, I can't hear you.
Welcome, everyone. We are back today for another episode of Dummy Talk. I am here with my boy Trap Geek here to talk about an episode of 1090 Jake, Snitch 90 Jake. Shit coming out about this man that's supposed to be this and that, but snitching turned into a rat. I don't know what to really say about that.
Man, the boy is the Jakes. It's in his name, man.
You said he's in the gym. My bad. I didn't even realize my mic was.
That man, he's the Jakes. He's 1290 Jakes. Fuck 1090, 1290 Jakes. That
A
boy.
great way for me to start the show is let my battery just die. Huh?
1290 Jake. Eller. me see what my. Hold on, I just turned the heater on. I just thought about that. My fucking computer about to explode on my. I don't even think none of my viewers be going in this shit for real. If they do,
All
shout
right,
out.
that intro it sucked. So I'm back. Sorry, my batteries died. That's how much we're working. I'm actually in the process. My MIDI broke, the one that actually is the one I do everything on. So now I'm using my backup mic, which you can see is just a wireless transmitter. Yitty yitty yitty. But anyway, yeah, I'm here with Trap Geek. We're here talking about our boy 1090 Jake, Snitch 90 Jake, out here working with 12 straight from hell, out here
12,
telling on everybody. I never
1290,
I never
1290
understood.
Jakes.
You talking about you don't snitch, but you be telling on everybody. I mean, you ain't a journalist, my boy, because you're not being neutral in your stories. So, no, it is what it is. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm so glad we get to have this conversation because it's people like you, and I'm okay. I'm gonna be called a hater. I'm gonna call myself a hater because I really do not enjoy your content. I don't enjoy what you do at all. Ain't nothing that I can't stand more than seeing a person that's not of the culture try to tear down people that look like me. I don't care what they did. If they get 7 M's, bruh, that ain't your business. And it's just so funny, right? Because I was always told growing up, don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. And I'm glad you threw that stone because now everybody's seen you in glass house and they want to tear that MF down. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. All those arguments that you had with because I like watching academics. Academics, I like and don't like sometimes. I like you when you're actually a journalist and you keep it neutral, you're unbiased. I know you don't think that you're unbiased. I mean, I know that you do think that you're unbiased. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, no, you take sides, and that's okay. We take sides of whoever is our favorite. Like you take sides with Young Boy. I like Young Boy too. I'm gonna take his side. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna also be neutral and be honest and be fair. And I was very glad that academics was fair and said that you bit the cheese because you did. You bit that cheese, my boy, because what you tried to shit on somebody for is exactly what is being brought up against you. Your argument is you were facing a felony or you weren't facing charges versus another time that you were. It doesn't matter about the other time you held it down and then one time you didn't. If you told one time and then didn't tell the next time, it doesn't change the fact of what you did. It's like, oh, I spit in your face this time, but I'm not gonna spit in your face again. Well, I'm not even gonna allow you to get to that position to spit in my face again. So my whole thing is, if you got on Boston Richie about telling, and your definition, this is your definition, we're just using your definition of definitions. You said, you said, my boy, that because Boston talked to the police, it didn't matter if the story was fake, made up, whatever. It's because he decided to talk to the police. He could have said, I plead the fifth. He could have said, I want to talk to my attorney. He could have said, you said he could have said a lot of things, but give any information. So, I just want to know, I want to know why you didn't keep the energy. Because, boy, you got out, oh boy. I don't care if you was 12, bro. If you knew you was 12 and you 12, 15, 18, bro, I don't care, bro. A spade is a spade is a spade. The same way that God don't care if a 5-year-old sin versus a 20-year-old that sin versus a 6-year-old sin. It's all the same, right? Hey, a snitch is a snitch is a snitch is a snitch. You call that black man a snitch, and you out here telling Trying to break into your aunt shit. Man, that's some trifling shit right there alone. You trying to break into your own family shit to get something. Just think about that. You trying to rob your own family member that you stay with, and then you lied, made a false police report so you wouldn't get your Xbox taken away. Well, I swear to God, they ain't the most privileged shit I ever heard in my life.
Swear.
That's why I said,
Swear. I ain't gonna lie. And then the audacity to want to point the finger at, you feel me, a black person for snitching, and then your ass over here doing all the goddamn.
Tweety bird, tweet, 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 tweet. Boy was
That's
tweeting out his lips. Like,
the.
come on, bro. You can't sit there and say like, oh nah, talking to the police period is telling. And then you told. It don't matter if you gave a false report. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie, bro. Me just being me, right? And maybe just me being black. I don't know. I don't know. You correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But if your mom was like, oh, I'm finna call the police, I'm just finna tell the truth. I don't even want to have that interaction with the police, especially if I know I did some shit.
Facts. I ain't.
Because it's not like if the police show up, I can be like, yeah, man, I'm not talking to y'all. Because I'm like, well, you the victim. Now you looking guilty. Like, I ain't talking to y'all. That's what I'm saying. He was saying all that hard shit, and then the hard shit, when it came to be about the hard shit, he wasn't about the hard shit. Now, I get it. It's not that big of a deal. Again, on this type of crap, like, I still would take you to heart on the principle that you say you just don't talk to police. So, I'm still going to hold you on that. Because that's really how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to talk to police. But when you kind of realize that, everyone's talked to the police at some point in their life. Like, at 5 years old, you probably talked to the police during a police accident. I mean, during a car accident or something. You had some type of conversation with the police. I do think there's a slippery slope on that. I think snitching is it. I can get into a whole little thing, and I'm coming out with a series on breaking down what snitching is, how I feel about it, and what I think it really is because of the YSL trial. But yeah, I don't really care that you told my boy. I care that you attacked a black man and you acted like it was personal, like y'all really had some stress with each other, and then you expected every black person to ride with you. Like, look at yourself for a couple seconds, bro, and then look back up, and then get back into reality, bro. Like, I'm not even trying to say this in a negative way, but you're white. We're never going to pick you over a black person, even if we don't know him, unless he raping kids. Unless he raping kids or like out here. Now, if he just out blatantly telling on his peoples, Gunna, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you, Gunna get a pass versus 6ix9ine. Y'all always want to know why Gunna is getting a pass in the community versus 6ix9ine. I'll make it real simple. 6ix9ine is not black. It's Mexican.
Yeah.
It's easy. I mean, let's go look up the definition of what racism is. Because I think people, I hate when I hear, oh, black people can be racist too. We didn't come up with these definitions in the dictionary. So I'm just going to read back. Maybe I'm ignorant, so you can always help and correct me. I'm open to learning. That's what this show is all about. Dummy talk. I am not the master of all answers. I say I'm always right because I only speak on what I know of. But in this situation, I'm speaking from opinion. It is not fact. So I'm going to read fact, and then I'm going to interpret what that means to you. Right? So racism. Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism by an individual, community, or institution against a person or people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically, here's a key word, typically one that is minority or marginalized. Guess who can't be a minority? Guess who cannot be marginalized? White people.
Wow.
It is possible.
Wow.
It's impossible to be racist to white people. You have to. Let me give you another way of understanding racism. Racism is the act of taking away the pursuit of happiness from someone because of their race and their inability of their people numbers to have influence against. Right? So if I want to go buy a house in Beverly Hills, and because some reason I have the money, but then they raise the property value of all the houses by $10 million, that way I can't get the house. That's racism.
Yeah.
Having opportunities, I'm finna piss some people off, in Hollywood, and the counterparts do not deserve it. However, the peers of my skin color do deserve it based on experience, knowledge, and ability to produce and create. If that person is picked because of nepotism over who's actually truly gifted and talented, that's racism because you're keeping me away from something. So check this out. If black people don't institutionally own anything, the closest thing we have to owning anything is sports and
Entertainment.
entertainment is owned not by us exclusively. We may be 1 to 5% of that market as far as ownership. I don't know who owns it. I don't want to get into that slippery slope of even trying to figure out who is. But all I will say is every group of people have their own thing. Even Asians who are considered a minority inside of America and still get favoritism towards the lighter side of America, they have their own things that were brought up through their culture. We don't. So to sit there and call a black person racist, it's hilarious. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. So we debunked that, right? So now we're gonna jump down this rabbit hole. Jake, you my boy, however, are treading down that line of being subconsciously, subjectively racist, my boy. And the reason why I say subconscious, because you may not truly indeed understand it on the forefront. And I know, classic word, I have black friends. Just because you befriend someone who's black doesn't mean that that doesn't make you racist. I'm gonna break this shit down for y'all. Look, there's misogynistic men in the world that still love women. Can't just say, be like, oh, I'm not misogynistic because I love women. Just because you love having sex with women doesn't mean that you support women. Get where I'm going here?
Yeah.
So, you can't sit here and say to us, oh, I have black friends, but you're trying to ruin black careers for clout. You seen something, because what you were doing at first, and I respect what you were doing at first, you were telling your story. You were telling your story. But like all things in YouTube, and I do understand this from a business aspect, you have to grow or you become irrelevant. That's life. I understand that. I respect that. So then you started telling other people's stories. That's where you started getting into the realm of snitching. That little news article you did with journalism, I hate to tell you this, journalism is a form of snitching. You're reporting information not known to the masses. To the masses.
Facts. No kids out.
You're a snitch.
Snitching.
Corporate snitch, hood snitch, whatever you want to call it, you're a snitch.
It don't make no fucking difference.
Like, bro, it's okay, bro. There's different classes of snitch. See, you opened up this can of worms and you ain't want this. I promise you ain't want this, because now your career's gonna go. And I love it. I love it. I relish in it. Y'all know you're not supposed to, but I love seeing this shit because I preach it in my business classes to people about how to keep a long-term market. And I tell people all the time, try what I tell people. Motherfuckers out here on the internet think they can do whatever they want to. Nah, don't work like that. It don't work like that, especially when you're dealing with the culture. So, Jake, this is what I'm gonna say, my boy. I need you to pump your brakes. I need you to go back to the basics and figure yourself out again, because talking about rappers and snitching, look, you're going down a very slippery slope, because I'm going to walk and tread lightly on the next couple words that I'm going to say here. just out of respect of the people that I hang around, and because I don't want to start any shit because my people know your camp and the people that you're around. And so what I mean by that glass house is that it would be a damn shame that the people that you were around were actual real deal snitches and were actual real deal informants. And I don't know this for fact. I'm just saying, what if? What if? Right? What if everyone around you was keeping a secret? Because if you go look at people's paperwork, just like your paperwork, there were some things in there that was kind of missing. So you might want to check some people around you, their paperwork, because their paperwork is similar to your paperwork, and they may be all clear out. But think about this, man. You don't look like a person that can handle a lot of stress. I mean, you look like you 50, boy, and a 20-year-old. I think you're in your 20s. I don't know. You look 50 though, bro. I'm just gonna be honest.
The motherfucker look like he over 50 pounds. Fuck around with his ass. He look like he's obese. That's what he
Like,
look
bro,
like.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I don't want to like you, like I do. Like, but I can't. I like Adam. I can deal with Adam, right? Like Adam has found his lane. He's learned where he can't step on toes in the black community. He learned it. And there's a lot of niggas that had to teach him. Because for some reason white people don't get it. They just don't. For some reason you guys think it's equal and fair game in it, and it never will be. Because it never was for us since we were stripped of our whatever you want to consider it. After Mansa Musa tried to help motherfuckers. Now that's a whole rabbit hole too, and we're gonna get into that on this podcast. We're going into a lot of things on this podcast, but I just respectfully, like, I'm not a gangster. I'm a nerd. I'm not making threats on here or anything. I'm just saying, from me on the outside looking in,
I'm big.
If I had
nerd.
$7 million, if I had $7 million, and you fucked my career up overnight, I don't know how much money I'm willing to spend to get my lick back. Especially if I feel like it's over. You never want to put a person in a position where they feel like they have nothing to lose. That's just common wisdom. That's how you make loose cannons. And I want you to think about this. I was always told to be careful about the battles that I choose to fight. And I know you think you're hard. I know you think you gangster. I'm just gonna be real. No one's gangster when a bullet hit them.
Facts. Facts, man. No one's bullet when that bullet strike, man.
And I'm not saying I would be the one. I have no battle in this at all. This shit is truly purely entertainment because my life is completely safe and protected away from all this. So I get a true laughing kick out of this shit, to be honest with you. But I don't want to see somebody just throw. I mean, you do have an act for storytelling, somewhat. I'm lying. I really am. No, you don't. I'm sorry. That shit trash, bruh. The only reason why you get views is because you tell it
on other people. That shit garbage, man. Throw that shit out, man. That shit garbage, man.
Bro, I tried to watch one of your videos. Swear to God, I really tried to watch your video, bro, because everybody's like, bro, you ain't seen 1090, you ain't seen 1090, you ain't seen 1090. I watched one of your videos, bro, and I'm just gonna say it's not for me. Like, you know, maybe it is for other people. I think it's for little white kids that want to be a part of rap, and then they look at you and look up to you because you resemble them. This goes back to the conversation we had about Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Like, only reason why Eminem was even popular with rap, if Eminem was black, he would have never got on as a rapper. Like, never, ever. The reason why he sold so many albums is because white people who didn't like rap seen themselves in our community, inside of our culture, and they wanted him to die. And so it was a pick me. Sorry if I hurt y'all feelings because white people want to feel like they have a fight, and I feel the pain. I feel how y'all feel because I'm waiting for a leading black tech to be as big as Google. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I wouldn't care if that man was evil as hell. I'm gonna be inspired. Like, yeah, yeah, that's our guy right there. We don't get them moments. And I'll be honest. I'm gonna say this again. The reason why I can't put Eminem in the top 10, the reason I can't accept you into the culture, you unfortunately, and it's not your fault, will never experience life like I have experienced it, like Trap has experienced it, like my brother has experienced it, like our mothers and our fathers and our grandparents have experienced it. You are privileged to be able to think about this. This man said he was facing a life sentence, was a repeated offender,
Damn. Shit.
had an armed robbery charge. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jake. In the state of Florida. Now, I have lived in Florida for a very, very long time. And I have several friends still serving several years behind prison, in prison over armed robberies. They didn't get 3 years. They got 10, and they're having to do at least 8. So you getting 3 years and getting all those other charges dropped? Praise God. That's what you call white privilege, my boy. And that's why I want you to shut the fuck up when it comes to talking about niggas. Cause you will never. I don't care if you a blood, bro. I don't care if you got niggas in Tampa, Tallahassee vouching for you. Them niggas look like cornballs too, bro. Like, and no offense to y'all boys. If y'all take up for him and that's y'all dog, I respect that. But that don't, y'all know damn well that does not speak for the culture at all. Like, if y'all allow y'all homeboy that y'all know to be out here just saying shit, like,
See, I ain't even know he was a blood. I ain't know all that.
I did my homework on the man because I was like, I'm trying to vouch for him or whatever. Like, okay, cool, boo, boo. But it's like nothing about it. It's like, I don't know, bro. It's hard to prove to me you real deal. Because I was having this conversation with Nove today. I was like, bro, like, cause we I don't know if you sent. Well, no, you're not on the book anymore. I had posted something because AJ and Juju going back and forth on it on Twitter about the Super Bowl game or whatever. And basically one of the comments was like, oh, you a schoolboy. And then I was like, well, technically, all y'all schoolboys. Because for you to get into the NFL,
You gotta go to school.
For 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they changed that.
Nah, you gotta go to school.
So unless your eligibility changed, you gotta do at least 3 years, and you gotta have a GPA of a 2.0 in order to get up out of there, right? Anybody that knows real deal street niggas, they're going to get in trouble. They don't have discipline. You have to be disciplined to get through college. You have to be consistent to get to college. You don't become disciplined and consistent without coming from a good home and having a good head on your shoulders. Because guess what most street niggas have? Lack of discipline. Because they have a lack of authority, which means they have a hard time listening to other people. Some of your best athletes get kicked out of school and you would never see how good they would ever be. There's somebody that probably would have made Michael Jordan look like a scrub, but bro couldn't stay out of prison. There's a lot. That's why if you make it to school and you go through college, you're a good kid. You just make poor decisions and probably just dumb and highly emotional, which is the whole thing we were talking about in today's time with emotional intelligence, is you'll be willing to throw away your whole life just because somebody called you a bitch. 5 seconds, you willing to give up. 5 seconds will give you 50 years. So, Jay, I don't care about the little playing hard shit. Like, I don't really see a lot of people being hard. Like, I don't see a lot of people just out here willing to throw away their life for absolutely no reason. You don't come off the guy as the kind of guy that just throws away his life for no reason. So I would hate for you to end up like Buddy from Chicago because he was being messy, blurring the lines between street politics and God rest his soul, he not here no more. Even Say Cheese, you need to go have a talk with Say Cheese TV because they're very smart about when they cross and blur those lines. They don't. Not from what I can tell. Like they go sit up with Charleston, but I don't see them in the streets no more. Is Say Cheese really interviewing street niggas anymore? I feel like they interview niggas like Bando Kivo. Shout out to Bando.
Man. I don't even want to get on him because he go flash out a call niggas, start calling niggas broke and shit.
Yeah, I ain't going into it. Shout out to Bando.
Shout
I need a couple bands though. Trap.
shout out to BBL.
Shout out to all the bad bitches in the world. I ain't got 12K for you, shawty. What's I said? All I got is hot digging conversation for you.
I don't got $1 for you. But
It don't like you going out on me. Oh well. But yeah, so 1090, I ain't gonna stay on you for this whole podcast or the whole time. I like you, man. I like you from a distance. I would never want to be your friend. I would not fuck with you in real life. Not gonna lie to you. Not my type of cup of tea. I don't agree with what you do. I like white people. Most of my friends are white, to be honest. I'm lying. I have a balance and mixture of friends. I have a lot of Asian friends. I'll be honest. I have a lot of Asian friends. We just get along better. And then I would say I definitely have a lot of black friends. I have a lot of white friends too. I think my group is very diverse. Just because I grew up in Arkansas, and so Arkansas is not diverse, but it is diverse. So, but I just don't want to see you tearing down black men, bro. This shit's lame. Like that shit's super lame. I don't care if a nigga did snitch. Like Gunna snitched. You know what I'm saying? We handled that. You don't need to come out and say nothing. Like this is the crazy thing about it. Academics can do exactly what you're doing. We'll let him do it.
yeah, all day.
The only thing we don't like academics doing is talking about black women. And you see, it's the same energy. We get on niggas' asses when they talk about black women. I got on my asses. I said something about Rihanna. I'm sorry that the Super Bowl was mid, but then I found out she pregnant. You know, you can't say nothing about no pregnant woman. It's over from there.
Yeah, facts.
Right. Especially Rihanna. I'm just like, shit, she pregnant, but Beyonce was dancing like crazy when she was pregnant, and then, then I get attacked again. It's like, she had a surrogate, and then the Beehive come out. I'm like, oh, here's my chance to exit. Like, so, Rihanna, you did a great job, girl. You did a great job. That's how you gotta play it, Jay. You might call it fake, but hey, man, I'd rather be alive than dead. And then, I mean, if you want to stand on being dead, cool. But I'm telling you, bro, like, messing with something, I wouldn't mess with $100,000 in a nigga pocket that ain't never had shit. You talking about? That's the thing. Is like snitches are killers too, bro. Even if he is a snitch, it don't mean that he couldn't off you. And if I got money, if Future signed me, you don't think I can off you? You don't think I can fly somebody out from a whole nother country and get your ass gone? And then fly them back? They can't go talk to that person. What evidence? Like, life is scary, bro.
Yeah. I can't fuck with that shit. I can't fuck with that shit personally. This man got a whole YouTube page monetized and is making money monthly off of just.
He a 6-figure felon snitching.
Six.
Sound like an informant to me.
6 figure telling, and it's like, damn, bro. You monetize your page off of just black people demise, like you.
Slavery, basically.
Yeah. And it's like,
and I'm not calling it slavery, bro, because I know that's egregious. I'm not calling it slavery. Like, I'm not calling it direct slavery. I'm just saying, in the act of it being on black people back. Okay, prime example. I'm gonna walk around this very sensitive because again, I don't mean anything by what I'm saying. I'm just trying to use context of situations that have happened to other people. So I'm kind of like the 48 laws of power or the laws of human nature. I give you the law and then I try to give you the context around it, right? Ugh. Yeah, hold
Yup.
on.
Oh.
Yeah, yuck. Anyway, I would say with this situation, I think I drew a blank. Oh well.
Man, I'll just say, man, just start doing what academics did, man. Start reporting on other shit. The war
I
in
mean, Act can
Chicago.
do that. He can't do that either.
Though you,
That's he snitches that. That's why I say Act could get away with it because he's black. And I hate to say it like that, bro. This the honest to God truth, bro, is because he's black. He can do it and get away with it. But even Act took a lot of flack because of the war in Chirac. Damn, that rhyme. Bars. But he took a lot. Like academics took an ass whooping on that, on all of like, because they were saying he was the reason why all those young men were out there killing each other. And I mean, Ack made a great point. They was gonna kill each other regardless. He just
added
gave
fuel
them.
to the fire.
I mean, he just gave them exposure. And then I will say because of exposure, because again, no offense to you guys, but black men have a hard time controlling their emotions. So it's kind of like the whole buck syndrome is what I call it. So when when a buck is in the wild and then they have another buck, but there's a female there, if it's just two bucks, they might chill. They might fight and be territorial, but they might just chill. But if there's a doe out there, oh no, now there's tension because now I got to prove myself over you to get this doe. And it's the same thing. Like when people are in black men are in the same situations where they feel pressured, they feel like, oh, somebody got to be bigger and more boastful. So you're just putting yourself in a bad situation. But yeah, Jake, man, just man, be a teacher, bro. You know, you got enough
Facts.
money, go back to college,
You,
get a degree, get a wholesome job. You know what I'm saying? Actually, be somebody, bro. You want to be a YouTuber your whole life? Like, I don't see you being like a 7, 8 figure YouTuber, bro. I don't. You don't have the image for it. No offense to you. Like the first thing you bought was a chain.
that's what everybody buy when they first get that YouTube check. Boy, that
Any
YouTube check.
rapper, bro. When you a rapper, you go get a chain. I don't see Kyle with no damn chain.
Nah, Kai got a big ass chain.
He got a chain too.
Yeah,
Damn, Kyle, your little ass. He probably can't even carry that chain. That chain probably about as big as you.
that's what everybody getting now. When they get the check, they just go gets the ice.
I mean, I mess with Kai though, boy. That boy got a whole different type of work ethic. Look, Kai, I tell you this, boy. You can have that Twitch shit. I could never. I don't even want your spot. You know when they say, "Hey, you can throw all your problems down on the ground." Somebody can be like, "Yeah, you can have his money. He got 25 million right now." I'm good. I'm good. I know exactly what he got to do to get that 25 million. I'm not saying you got to do anything bad. I'm being funny right now, bro. I'm just saying the fact that your ass literally be sleep on your live, bro. I'm talking. Obviously, this man be live for like 16 hours straight. I'm like, oh hell no, bro. I can barely sit in this chair for an hour. My ADHD be whooping my ass. Like,
I gotta do something else.
I need something. Give me a puzzle.
I can't do
give,
that shit.
give me some Adderall. I'm totally joking. I've never taken Adderall. Actually, I've taken Adderall once in my life. It didn't do anything for me. I literally felt normal. And what I mean by normal, still my high, strung out, hyperactive ass. Like people be like, "Yeah, I can focus." I was like, "Shit, focus." You better give me something to do if you want me to focus. And look, it ain't just give me something to do. It's gotta be something that you give me to do that entertains me.
No cap.
Otherwise, I'm gonna be back up. Yo, I swear, my teachers used to hate me. That's why I hated my teachers, but like me being an adult, I still hate my teachers. But I can give them a little bit of a pass. even though they used to abuse me. Shout out to all my teachers. I was abusive women. Y'all used to scratch me with y'all long ass nails. Used to come home with scratch marks. My mom used to think I was lying just to set up my teachers, but I hated it. I hated being a kid. I hated it. I remember my mom was like, "You're gonna hate being an adult. When you grow up, you're gonna man." I ain't gonna lie to you. Since I turned 18, I have not regretted that shit.
Man,
You
look,
feel different?
I feel different, man. I feel like, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Through the years of 18 and 20, those years was lovely. You feel me? But as you reach into the peaks of pushing 30, that shit start kicking your ass. You're just like, ah, man, you got every responsibility in the fucking world.
I like this shit though, bro. It's like fun. It's like a video game, bro. Especially it gets fun. I will say it's not fun when you can't figure life out. Like I don't miss my early 20s at all. Like that whole having to figure it out, and then I was homeless through part of that. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm good. Like that's why I'm so ambitious now. 'Cause I'm just I'm not back to that. Like you got me fucked up.
Nah, yeah, life be kicking ass, boy. I'm telling you, and
Hey,
especially like in your shoes where you had, to be honest, you feel me? You had yourself. So it's really is your life is really kicking your ass just 10 times harder. Like
what? It's like, mama,
just
damn, you ain't here in bed, daddy. Damn, you a fuck nigga.
it's like damn. Life just be like, alright.
I gotta make a cartoon with the dummies now, like how just the word life coming up and just taking the dummy and back slamming his ass on his neck.
RKO.
But
What?
I say life definitely kicked. I want to say life kicked my ass until I was 25. It started to click at 25. If I'm not mistaken. I mean, I wish it would click a little bit harder right now because the nigga pushing 30 this year. It's kind of like, God damn, boy. That dirty moment coming, nigga. I'm finna start being old. I could be. You know what dawned on me that I'm starting to get older, bro. I thought about it, and I was thinking of then. I was like, damn, I was 7 years old by this time my mom was 30. Like I remember her physically being 30 and like being a kid and doing certain shit. Like damn, you're old, mama. You 30. Now it's like, damn, nigga, you old.
Facts. Oh gee. It'd be like time just be flying, and before you know it, you wake up. Oh shit, I'm old as hell.
Bro, I swear. Now, one thing that's scary, bro. High school don't seem that long ago.
Facts.
Like, nigga, I'm like, man, nah, cause you like, bro, it just time. This is why I agree with science. Like, time doesn't exist, cause your measurement of what time is changes as you get older. It's like when you was a kid, bro. I swear to God, this thing like it took fucking like you could go through your whole year and it wouldn't really be bothering you. The 2 months that always bother you is your birthday and Christmas. Like them months always seem like they drug, even if you knew you wasn't getting shit, cause you was broke. Them months drug, cause you was just hoping you get something. I remember Christmas, man. As soon as December 1st hit and that tree went up, it just seemed like time did this. Just
Facts.
then now it just seemed like every day just be like, I'm like, hey, slow down, come here.
What?
Let me drink some more coffee. I'm not ready to go to sleep yet.
That shit be feeling like it's just time just be speeding by. Like
Bro, I see why people do coke, bro. They really be losing time and don't be wanting to lose the damn time. They be like, man, give me that. Like, I need the booger sugar. I need it. What SpongeBob? I need it.
now, I ain't gonna lie. One thing I want to start like getting ready for is like getting my own house or getting my own crib to live. Like that's when I'm gonna feel like a grown man. Like whenever I get that
Oh,
house, I'm gonna be like, God damn, I made it.
bro, So tell me why I'm so like I'm in the process of like trying to transition back to Florida or whatever, right? And so is LA just too high? Like just I kind of gave up. If I'm being honest. I'm just like I'm probably never gonna be that big time Hollywood director. I'm okay with that. I don't. I'm not finna kiss and suck and nah.
No, sir.
I ain't. Nah, I'm not doing all that to get. And I'm not talking physically. I'm not sitting here saying that Hollywood was trying to rape me. Hollywood was very good to me. It was very good to me. I'm just a very wise person, and I'm going back to. I will be 30 this year. I'm looking at it like expected to be a billionaire right now. You telling me I got kiss ass for 10 more years to see 500,000? Maybe. Nah, I'm straight.
Man.
I gotta be an assist, like, and mind you, I just did the whole humbling process for the past year, and would have to do it again because I was doing it unscripted, so I would have to go into scripted and start all over again. I'm like, or I can just manage social media stars since I know how to break people and I can break my own page and make my own money and I can just say all that, and that's the path we're going down. So
Yeah.
I was. I just. It didn't. It doesn't make sense to stay here. And then if I'm gonna do, let's say, make my money through the internet, then it doesn't make sense to. Like right now, I pay $2,500 for a 1 bedroom, just the rent. We're not talking about utilities, gas, groceries, recreation, any of that. The overhead looking like probably 4, 5 a month. Mind you,
Sheesh.
but that's what killed me though, bro. It's like I'm looking at houses in Florida, and I'm just like, well, damn. I was only gone like a year or two. What happened? Like I feel like I time traveled 100 years into the future. Cause when I left, everything was like 1,000, 1,100. Trying to come back, it's like LA prices. I'm like,
Oh yeah. And it don't help with inflation and all that other fuck shit Biden got going on and shit.
I'm like DeSantis. I thought the whole thing with Republicans is they like help making money, not doing the Democrat shit and raping everything. Like and don't get me wrong, there's good parts and bad parts in both parties. I'm neither one solely. I think I'm like middle. I consider myself a moderate. So I agree with Republicans. I think there's some things that Republicans say that are very highly intelligent and smart. And I think there's things that Democrats do that are very highly intelligent and smart. I also think that both sides are fucking stupid as well. If I had to give my comparisons, I actually got in a huge debate the other day about this. I don't like Marjorie Taylor Greene and I don't like AOC. They're the same to me. One is radical on the left, one is radical on the right. I don't like neither one of them. Anyway. I just would have thought DeSantis being a Republican wouldn't have allowed the housing market to get as crazy as it is. But it's just like, all right, buddy, you being a hypocrite. Although, matter of fact, I wanted to talk to you. I ain't gonna get too deep into it because it's another one of those sensitive conversations. But how do you feel about the? Did you read the whole issue right now that they have going on in Florida with the AP class with the what is it, African American Studies?
Nah.
So I took a look into it. There, DeSantis was blocking it for AP Studies by African American Studies.
Oh, how they feel guilty and shit, or
They were
uncomfortable.
Well, so as respectfully as I can say this, I understand and agree with DeSantis on this one. As a black man, I do believe there should be an African American Studies class, but I believe the curriculum that they're teaching should be different.
Yeah.
I think, and no disrespect to anyone's culture, to anyone's background, but I do not think you should be introducing anything that has to do with the LBGT community into Black history, because it's not solely the Black community that is a part of the LBGT community. I believe there should be a AP class that also is geared towards LBGT studies, but I think it's dangerous and a slippery slope by mixing movements and agendas. Because, and I'm gonna give you guys an example. Um, Here we go. In the state of Florida, specifically Orange County, I don't know if they still do this, but I know it was a thing in 2011. All projects inside of Orange County, 15% of it had to go to minorities. Otherwise, the city could be penalized, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like for example, the Amway Arena when it was built, what was that, 2009? Was built. The concrete foundation was done by a black company, Heinz Construction. You can look it up. So they did the foundation. I think it's like a 20-30 million dollar job, right? Anyway, minority is supposed to mean black people because of the civil rights movement. We all know civil rights movement was Dr. King. Dr. King marched for black rights. I am not aware of him marching for anything else. If he did, doesn't show it in history. Did he try? Do you remember him marching for anything else other than black rights? Civil rights was black rights, correct?
Yeah.
They just had to use the word civil because they couldn't say black. That was discrimination. The technical terms of America to keep us from being able to get rights and liberties and freedoms. So I when we're talking about our freedoms and with the minority program and being linked to black people, if 15% goes to black people and you start including gay people into the minority conversation, when you start including um, Asians into the minority conversation, when you start including the Latin population into the definition of minority, they may be considered a minority to an extent, but you're still taking money away from darker skinned people and give it to white passing people. That's what's dangerous about how you label and categorize certain things. So when you are labeling minority, that's why I don't like the word person of color, because now you have a Asian American woman who's a governor of I forgot what state that plans on running for president, calling herself a minority. And again, people are programmed to when they hear minority, they think black because of the civil rights movement. So then could you imagine a white gay woman applying for a loan that's for minorities, and all those white passing people get awarded said funds, and then the companies can say, well, we gave money to diversity and inclusion. It's still a way to keep us out. It's a political way to keep us out. It's not something that I necessarily agree with. And I do think in order to keep everyone protected and safe, we should have split categories. Like I offered a proposal that each minority group should have its own percentage. And by that, I mean, let's say there's 100% of the pie. You have your major ethnic groups, so Asian, Latin, Black. If I'm forgetting one, I'm sorry. But I think those are the main ones, right? Like blacks.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm generalizing people here, right? Blacks, Asians, Latin. I know we have Arabics. I kind of consider Arabics under the black category a little bit because of the pigment. Anyway, those main categories, I do believe each part should get 15% of the pie. So black people should get 15%, Latin 15%, Asian 15%. Matter of fact, let's add the LBGT community in there, 15%. That way they have their own inclusion. That gives white people still the majority, but it's breaking up the pie to the minorities. That way no one is being left out and there's no loopholes keeping people out. So that's why with the whole African American studies class, if you're going to talk about what happened as far as slavery, cool, I'm okay with that. If you're going to talk about how America is institutionalized to keep black people away from things, cool. I think it becomes confusing when you start mixing those things, because then you don't have enough time in high school to really break down those issues and it's disrespectful for to me on both sides. It's disrespectful on the LBGT community because you're not given enough time to explain something that is very deep and that I myself at this point have been learning and transitioning to understand it since I was 8 years old. And again, I'm about to push 30. So 22 years, I'm still learning things, right? Black, even about my own self, about the black culture, there's a lot of things that I'm still learning. I don't know how you pack all that information into 6 months. So that's my thing. I don't know. Like, I want to see everybody be happy, but I also don't want to see us get the shit at the end of the stick once again.
We've been getting the shit in of the stick since the beginning of the fucking time.
So I'm talking about they just taking the stick and putting it in the mud patty and just chomping it up like sticky stick. But all right, y'all, I'm finna hop off here, man. Thank you so much for hopping in here and talking about our boy Snitch 90 Jake. Yeah, I just hope that you find something new, bro.
find
Good
another,
job.
find another niche, man. Cause that shit,
Yeah,
the snitch.
shit dead.
Find another niche.
Basically, what's gonna basically happen, bro? The only people that's gonna support you is black people that hate black people and white people that hate black people that want to see black people get locked up. Because that's what your channel. I'm telling you, Boston Richie, you should have picked that battle, bro. I could have sued a major production network here in LA, but it was just better for me to walk away and not get blacklisted. You gotta know when you pick your battles. You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them, and when to run.
For
All right,
sure.
guys, this is Trap Geek and the Dummy. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be doing this a little bit more weekly, having a weekly podcast for you guys. It'll be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, all platforms. You can catch me also on YouTube with some of the best content you're going to see. Heard someone say they were the best content creator on the internet, so I took that personal. Coming for you. Thank you so much. Trap, you have a wonderful night. Stupid!
Stupid.
We're out of there. Out of there. Snitch 90. Snitch 9 and Snitch 90. Damn, that's what I should have said.